spotted a wild peasant making currant cake. Come on, we're going in. Did you know, in the Dark Ages, bread was the most common source of food. Cakes were only eaten by wealthy people. It's very rare to find a peasant making a cake. What an experience!
We've learned to reason with the peasant. She agreed to teach us how to cook, and we're going to make the cake together!
Step 1 is to mix flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt.
Fun fact! By feudal law, lords were supposed to bake for their vassals. However, the vassals usually preferred to bake their own food to avoid taxes.
Our next step is to vigorously beat the butter and sugar with a paddle, and then add the egg until the batter is smooth.
You know, food wasn't the only thing beaten in the Dark Ages.
Yeah, people were beaten and whipped all of the time. People were lashed in the streets in front of everyone as a form of punishment or public shaming. During the floggings, other people would assemble into the streets and watch.
Fun times!
Guess what time it is now?
Time for the egg!
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold.
Once we've added the milk, we beat in the flour mixture.
Flour mixtures weren't the only things beaten into something. Rats were also beaten into something. People. As a method of torture, rats would be placed onto the stomachs of criminals under a metal container. With no other way out, the rats would then try to eat their way out of the victim, usually resulting in death. Who's ready for cake?
Now we are adding the currants. They were readily available in the Dark Ages, but were often looked upon with disdain by the upper classes.
Currants were also illegal in the United States until 2003, and the ban still stands today in several states, including Pennsylvania. We're using dry currants, which are still legal. They didn't have ovens back in the Dark Ages, so most food was cooked over an open fire by spit roasting, baking, boiling, smoking, salting, or frying. Yum!
While that's in the oven,
watered down vinegar, then you're correct. The wealthy would drink red wine, the middle class would drink white or pink wine, and the poorest of the poor would drink watered down vinegar. Tasty! So what? This is an artistic representation of a medieval feast, which we will now replicate here.